Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be giving a first-time reaction to jazz singer Ella Fitzgerald. She is known for her amazing vocal range, dynamic control, effortless tone, and apparently she is quite the amazing scat singer. And that has me equal parts excited but also nervous because scatting is just not a style that I'm the most familiar with, and that makes it a little bit harder for me to just comprehend all that's going on. An artist we've been listening to lately on the channel, Sarah Vaughan, she also sometimes employs scatting, and it's really fun to listen to, but like I said, wrapping my brain around it is still going to take some time, but I can appreciate amazing vocals wherever they may find me, and today they come from Ella Fitzgerald, so super excited to check her stuff out today. But before we do, a massive thank you goes to Russell for making this reaction request and bringing another new artist to the channel. Now, my friends, let's jump into it. Every time we say goodbye, but spelled very differently.
Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little.
Those notes hover.
Why the gods above me, who must be in the know, think so little of me, they allow you to go. When you're near, there's such an air of.
She has a wonderful voice. Like, the way I would describe it up front here is very smooth. There haven't been any very massive jumps where she's having to do like a 2-octave leap or something like that. She is very careful in bringing up her pitch and then, letting it decrescendo back down, let it slide a little bit, and then pulling it up even higher. But it's all well supported, and she's so precise when she does it. Man, and I like when she enters her vibrato as well. A descriptor I've used before is that like she can hover, like a great vibrato. It feels like it's like hovering like a UFO. So you could describe her voice a bit like that, but I almost want to say it's like a bit of a simmer. If you've ever seen those slow-mo up-close videos of a water droplet being evaporated by hot heat on a skillet, that's roughly the idea I would use to describe her vibrato here.
There's such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say goodbye.
I love that inclusion of just the major to minor. It's a bit of like it's a momentary fourth wall break, but when it comes to music, oftentimes major is associated with happy, minor associated with sad. So a shift from major to minor implies a movement from happiness to sadness, which makes perfect sense with the song because every time we say goodbye, like she mentioned at the beginning, she dies a little bit on the inside. But so far, no scatting in this song. Just a really relaxed performance. This soundtrack here feels fit for a movie. An old school black and white film.
When you're near, there's such an air of spring about it.
Great melody.
I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change
I love her
from major
voice.
to minor.
Da-da-da-da.
Every time we say goodbye.
These little dips, these slight modifications to the melody. Really pretty. I like what she's doing there. There's moments where the melody, once established, like becomes familiar to us. So it's like you have this, like when I'm listening to a song for the first time I'll hear a chorus, yeah, I may not know what to expect, but the second time around, the melody might stick with me, and there's a chance that I just may be able to sing along to it. But with great vocalists and just good songwriting in general, oftentimes the actual melodic core of that chorus, yes, it stays the same, but there are going to be a few vocal styling changes or even additional notes or an extended post-chorus. And I like that with Ella, there's a lot of structure to specifically the song we heard, but she's taking those liberties, allowing the melody to flow a little bit more. And this song too just had a very like classic style. I wouldn't necessarily qualify it as jazz for real, because I believe when I was like looking into her, she was dubbed the Queen of Jazz. To me, this song is more of like a classic pop ballad, and you can hear in her voice a bit of that jazz ability, but we didn't lean too far in that direction. I felt like the scales we were using were like fairly standard and easier to digest than some of the other like jazz we're familiar with on the channel. And there's a beauty in the simplicity here. So I'm very curious to hear how she sounds in this song, Summertime, especially given the fact that we're also featuring Louis Armstrong. I neglected to mention that up front here, but Louis is going to be on this one too. So let's check it out. I wonder if he's going to sing too, because you already hear him on the trumpet. Porgy and Bess. What does that mean? Two names? Oh, the blast. He does not hold back. My neighbors would hate me if I was to play this out loud. Oh. That is pointed. delicious notes.
And the living is easy.
Oh, I'm immediately convinced by this song by Ella here.
Fish are jumping.
Listen to her powerful tone and those
and the
huge strings.
Is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking.
Way more of a jazzy approach to the vocals.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Oh, we gotta listen to that run again.
Oh, hush, little baby, don't you
Don't. Something like that.
don't
Don't.
baby, don't
Oh, that's so
you
good.
One of these mornings,
Yeah, Louis.
you're
Come
gonna
on.
rise up singing.
It's so Louis. It's literally just no one else but Louis.
Yes, you spread your wings and you take to the sky.
It's like harmonic minor.
But till that morning, there's nothing can harm you. Yes, sweet daddy, mommy.
I love this melody. I feel like it's a bit more complex than what we heard up front, and all of that complexity shows up, I feel like, in the melodic choices from, I guess there's a few elements to consider, but Louis' trumpet playing up front, then when Ella enters and she does her riffing, then when Louis enters and does his thing, all of these little choices carry so much nuanced emotion. And that's one of the things that I have grown to appreciate about jazz. The more and more I listen to it, is its ability to evoke very specific emotions that can't just simply be labeled as happy or sad. There's something a bit more specific than that. And oftentimes that specificity, like the ability to articulate what that moment is, can only be made possible if you track the differences in feel from moment to moment. So it's not just being able to isolate one motif in a section, it's how that motif fits together with what came before. And if you stack on top of that the lyrical content, you can see very quickly how the emotions of the song are conveyed and moved across, the different sections. And this song definitely has a lot of those unique flavors. Let's see if I can try to pinpoint what those emotions are.
Can harm you. Yes, sweet daddy, mommy.
Definitely a lot of warmth.
Standing by.
I feel like there's like a lot of optimism in this, which works well with the song titled Summertime. But also a very, very relaxed approach. Oh,
And the living is easy.
oh, Oh my god, I love it.
Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high.
The swelling of the strings, I love this.
Oh, your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking.
Why don't you say, oh,
So hush,
I have chills,
little
guys.
baby.
Oh my lord.
Hey, baby, don't you cry.
Listen to that run.
Oh, baby. Hey, baby, don't you cry.
I'm not getting it exactly right.
Little baby. Hey, baby, don't you
Wow.
cry.
One more time.
Oh, baby. Hey, baby, don't you cry.
Returning to a melodic bass line.
don't you cry, don't you cry, oh, don't you cry, oh, as I said.
I feel emotional listening to that. I almost want to cry at the end of that one. I love the way, oh god, I love the way that Louis Armstrong slotted into that performance. Um, I mean, the moments where they were just doing their own things separate from one another, they were amazing because they're both such masters at crafting an interesting melody. And I think we got to hear more of that side from Ella this time around in Summertime. And as they started to kind of weave their vocal melodies together and, the layering thing was going on, their voices complement each other so well. Like Louis, he has that just huge, I don't know how to describe it. Like he basically has a trumpet of a voice with all of that vocal fry, with all of his personality imbued in his performance. And then you have Ella with that ever smooth voice, and she's oh so powerful. So they just dance up and down with one another. And I just love all of the melodic choices. And the thing is, even if the melodic choices were standard, the song would still hit because of how much power and emotionality we're getting from the strings and the other brass components that are a bit more muddled in this arrangement. But the fact that the melodies are so interesting, I don't know, that to me makes this song like up here for me, 10 out of 10 for sure. In this one too, I think we got to hear more of Ella's vocal chops. A lot of those runs were immediately interesting because it's not just something as simple as like a turnaround triplet run at the top of your vocal range. It's like she is using that technique, but also staggering a bit of her rhythm when she wants to develop that same melodic phrase. So she's able to take a very rich set of materials and create something in the beginning that is very catchy, but then reproduce it in slightly different ways that allows the melody to evolve. So by the end of this song, I feel so overwhelmed with emotion because all of the song has been building to this point, adding a little moment here or a little, turnaround melody there. And by the end, I just want to run the entire song back. It's like you can analyze it in any order or from any direction, but to me, this is a very complete song. One thing I will say is that we aren't opting for very many quick vocal lines. A lot of these lines are allowed to really breathe, which I approve of. Another thing I'm noticing is we're not getting very many extremely high-pitched notes from either of the singers. I think like the highest pitches we're getting in the entire composition come from the brighter strings. So I wonder if that's going to be the case throughout, but for a song titled Summertime, where there normally is a lot of brightness, a lot of like happy feeling around summer, this almost took a bit of a subtler, I wouldn't say darker, but I would say this is like 8:30 p.m. on a summer's night. A little bit, maybe a little bit too hot, but you have your fans running, you're drinking your lemonade, and I don't know, more activities await. I guess that's what I would go with after this first listen. But amazing song. I think that's my favorite so far. Let's check out the final one. This is titled How High the Moon / an Epic Scat. Let's hear what she's got.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Somewhere there's music, I'll faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon. There is no love when love is far away too, till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's heaven.
She's so casually good.
You are. Somewhere there's music, how near, how far. The darkest night would shine.
Dude, the vibrato.
How near, how far. The darkest night would shine.
I have been trying to learn how to do good vibrato for probably 15 years. Honestly, I need to like specifically drill that skill. A big part of being able to master your own vibrato is actually loosening your tongue and allowing it to just kind of vibrate casually. You could say something similar about like when you are playing electric guitar and you're learning how to bend or do vibrato or strumming patterns for the first time. Yes, you want to be precise and like do the exact bend or hit all of the notes in the strum, but really there's like a discontinuous moment in your learning where you realize the best way to master this quote unquote difficult technique is to relax and is to allow your body to kind of fall into the motion and be loose, be relaxed. It's this tenseness that oftentimes holds us back from being able to unlock these parts of our voice, because I truly believe that for myself and for many others out there who think we aren't the best singers in the world, we actually have a lot more that we could learn and improve at. It's simply a matter of being okay with the uncomfortable feeling of sounding like we suck for an extended period of time, potentially, until the moment of like relaxation and understanding kicks in. And then there's going to be vocalists like Ella who just, they feel so natural in being able to master that skill. And now when you look at her face, she isn't thinking about anything. She is just feeling her performance. And if you look at all of the different stylings possible and drill each and every single one of those in that manner, where you bring it to a point of relaxation, second nature, maybe you could do like 5% of what Ella's doing here.
How far the darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon. Until you will, how still my heart, how high the moon. High the moon is the name of this song.
Oh wow, the tempo has changed.
High the moon, though the words may be wrong, we're singing it because you asked for it.
I can see the way in which this could become a scatting kind of song.
How high the moon, does it touch the stars? How high the moon, does it reach up to Mars? Though the words may be wrong to this song, we're asking how high.
Oh my god, here we go. Oh my god, that's the agility. That's the speed. Unbelievable, her accuracy.
Though the words may be wrong to this song, we have to like hi, 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 hi.
She is high up in her range. Like none of her syllables are bleeding together at all. When I speak, and I speak for a living. When I speak, I will stumble over my words. I will bleed the syllables together. I will feel like, man, why am I even talking? And here Ella is perfectly articulating every possible syllable ever at the speed at which she's doing it. I need to look up. I'm going to do this right now. It'll be quick. How fast does the average human speak? How many words per minute? 120 to 150 words per minute according to Google AI here. I'd imagine if the syllables were actual words, she's probably doing about double of what we normally do. That is a lot to manage and to not stumble and trip over. Not to mention it's against pitch and this crazy rhythm underneath. Wait, where's that from? Isn't that where that melody comes from? Something like that. What is that song? What a timbre. Hey. Almost like a Smeagol. I saw this YouTube video many years ago of this group of, I don't know the name of their style, but it was like 4 Southern gentlemen. I think one of the guys was wearing a tank top. He was bald, and he was like playing on this box in like a street somewhere in like the French Quarter in Louisiana. And there was something in his timbre, in his voice, that I'm reminded of as I listen to here. He had like this kind of buzzing bees kind of thing happening in his vocal cords. Granted, he did go a lot more growly throughout his performance. It almost felt like his voice had endured years of smoking. But this little buzz that she's able to create here and stay here and still be accurate here, hats off to her. I don't hear many people do this. Away back home in Idaho. Back into words. Why do we even need words at this point? Hi, 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 is the mood. Oh. Hi, hi, hi. Listen to that. It's like exotic. Wow, that is like there. I used to take classic, so many random things. I used to take these classical Indian vocal lessons, and they would, you know, show me all of these extremely unique scales that you don't find in Western music, that you sort of arrive at uh, independently or very randomly in your own improvisation. And some of these scales I'm hearing her employ in this little run. Um, if I okay, if I played this song for my mother, she would probably say the same thing. She would be reminded of all of those Indian ragas and old school vocals. Um, I love music, guys. I love the crossover of styles.
Hi, 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 hi. The moon. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a dog. That's all you get. That's all you get.
This is insane.
Well, that was high, high, high. It's the moon, and I hope
She's crazy good.
High, 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 high. They asked me how I knew my true love was true. I have got this like something here inside.
We need to listen to more Ella Fitzgerald.
Is the
Oh my goodness. Beautiful.
Thank you.
She's really impressive. Really, really impressive. And as I listen to her and just considering like the place we are right now with the channel and what we've been listening to lately, I am 1000% reminded of Sarah Vaughan. And obviously that is a good company to be part of. Sarah Vaughan is insane. And oh my God, Ella just doesn't quit. Like there were so many moments where it felt like she could have ended her vocal line, ended the melody, ended the rhythm, because anything really is like the definitive statement, because everything she does oozes skill, but she can just keep going and going and going, and everything can feel like the climax. So it makes sense that, you know, when a lot of the instrumentation kind of gets stripped away, it is just her voice that we're focused on, because that already is a lot to focus on. And when we reintroduce the main melody with the surrounding instrumentation, like returning back to the words, returning back to normalcy, I guess we can call it, is when we finally outro it on that big digestible outro. I guess sort of like we had this like extended solo with her voice, and then like a coda back to the end, essentially. I really like Ella's voice. I feel like she definitely has a powerful voice in her mid-range. I think that's where she excels. And there were definitely moments where you heard her entering her head voice, getting into that extremely high range, and she was very quick to enter and then exit that place. It wasn't very often that she would stay there. More so, she would push the upper limits of her mix and then bring it back down to that middling place. So it's interesting because I feel like I was almost expecting her to be able to jump all the way around the entire vocal range and do so evenly. But I think if you were to like map a distribution of all of the pitches that she sung across these three songs, she is like, her bell curve is like very heavily biased towards her mid range. And I think that works really well with how smooth her voice is, how powerful it feels. If she has a bit of a thinner voice in that higher range, she may not be as comfortable singing there. Now, that said, she is a world-class vocalist, so like I'm kind of splitting hairs as I say this. This is more about what she prefers to do rather than what she can or cannot do. And granted, I'm only 3 songs deep now in the world of Ella Fitzgerald, so she probably has all of it under the sun, but that's just what I'm noticing this go around. But these were some fun listens. I think my favorite song in terms of melody and emotion was Summertime. My favorite song in terms of her ability and just showcasing what she can do had to be How High the Moon. Like, she is just bouncing all over the place. Like, I don't know, if you've ever seen like butterflies in like a butterfly sanctuary, the way that they fly, it isn't just like vertical. They don't fly straight. They can fly towards you, away from you, backwards and up, backwards and down. Like, there is a sphere of direction that they have immediate access to. And for me, like anytime I go into these like butterfly sanctuaries, I love the beauty in those butterflies, but I'm also massively freaked out because I am not a big bug person. And yes, butterflies are beautiful, but they are technically considered bugs. And they fly around and some of them are huge and you can never anticipate the direction they're going to go. So they could literally be flying straight at you, and with 1 millisecond of time to like move out of the way, they do it. Other times they will hit you dead on the face, or they will like, find a spot to camp out on your back. I remember one time I had gone the night before. I had a few beers, and apparently butterflies, they're attracted to the scent of alcohol. So if I sweated the next day, and some of my sweat, I guess, had beer particles, and the butterflies were attracted to my back and they were attracted to my sweat, and I was running around, man, let me tell you. All that aside, Ella's voice, she has the ability to move it around just like a butterfly might in any direction. Though, again, I think she prefers that mid-range. She can go elsewhere too. I think the first song we heard was probably the easiest to understand and get into, where I felt like this may not necessarily be a jazz singer, though she has the ability to do it. That the style of that song was, I think, more accessible to mainstream audiences. But then again, I'm using my 2026 glasses right now to make that comment, because this is, a different era entirely. Like, I'm sure this was probably more digestible for audiences back in the 60s. But let me know what your thoughts are on Ella Fitzgerald in the comments section down below. If you would like to request more Ella on the channel yourself, you can do so by hitting the first link in the description box below. That is the best way to support the reactions I do over here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.